Because time is one of the most important aspects of living, it deserves to be treated with respect regarding how we use it. If you want to improve your efficiency and better yourself in all areas of life, learning how to manage your time is a skill that will serve you well. Without proper time management skills, sooner or later, you will find yourself overwhelmed and unable to keep up. For there to be a positive change in our lives, we need to become good at managing our time wisely. To get the most out of every minute, you need to understand effective time management and how to do it. It would help if you replace hard work with smart work. As the saying goes, work smarter, not harder. The first time management tip that I will share with you today is you have to plan. SMART goals are highly beneficial to improve productivity, as it helps break down larger goals into more manageable tasks. SMART is an acronym that stands for S. Specific. The goal should be clear and concise. You have to know precisely what you want to achieve. M. Measurable. There should be a way to track your progress toward the goal. This will help you stay motivated and on track. A. Achievable. The goal should be realistic and achievable. It is essential to set goals that challenge you but are still attainable. R. Relevant. The goal should be relevant to your larger purposes. It should align with your values and what you want to achieve. T. Time-bound. This goal should have a deadline. This will help you stay focused and motivated. When you use the SMART system, you can focus better on your goals and achieve them promptly. This first tip will lead us to our second tip, which is to focus. To be productive, you need to be able to focus on the task at hand and black out all distractions. This can be easier said than done, but there are a few things that you can do to help you focus. Number 1. Turn off all distractions. This means turning off your phone, email notifications, social media, etc. Anything that can take your attention away from the task should be turned off. For instance, if you're trying to focus on writing a paper, you should turn off your email so you are not tempted to check it every time you get a notification. Number 2. Set a time limit. When you have a specific amount of time to complete a task, you will be more likely to focus and get it done. Number 3. Work in short bursts. Take breaks between tasks so you can come back refreshed and ready to work. And number 4. Find a quiet place to work. If you can, find a place where you can work without distractions. This will help you stay focused and be more productive. Additionally, stop juggling multiple tasks and focus on quality instead of quantity. Are you one of the 3% of people who can efficiently multitask? If so, I have some news for you. The remaining 97% of people find that trying to do too many things simultaneously leads to decreased productivity and overall effectiveness. It is more successful to focus on one item than to try and juggle 3 things at once. You can increase your efficiency by setting time limits for each activity. Allotting a specific amount of time for a task makes it more likely to be completed successfully. The 4th time management tip to replace hard work with brilliant work is finding good time tracking software. There are many ways to manage your work time, but the software is often the most efficient. These programs allow you to track how much time you spend on each task, so you can establish accurate estimates and keep a record of your progress. Improve project productivity by managing your time more effectively with tools like Asana and Wrike. You can do this by creating estimation times for each task involved in the project. This will help you better understand how long each task should take and ensure you use your time efficiently. The fifth time management tip is to create a list of your to-dos so you can work smarter instead of harder. If you're genuinely being productive, there's no shame in having a small to-do list. A to-do list that contains fewer, more manageable tasks is less daunting and more likely to be completed. Start with your MITs, or most important tasks, and keep the list capped at 3 times. Once those 3 items are complete, you can move on to your next assignment and consider it a bonus if you finish it. The sixth time management tip is to have a good support system. You cannot do everything alone, so it is essential to have a good support system in place. Ask your friends and family for help when it comes to completing tasks or meeting deadlines. In addition, you should also delegate tasks when possible. This will help you free up time to focus on other things. For instance, if you have a large project due, delegate smaller tasks to your team so you can focus on the bigger picture. The seventh time management tip is to visualize your objectives and tasks. With the rise of cloud technologies, more and more people are using tools or programs for project management. We need to be able to visualize things. Even if you need to improve with technology, you need a board, some pictures from a magazine, and push pins to display them. Throughout the day, take brief moments to look at it and envision yourself completing your goals. One way to stay motivated and invested in your work is by constantly picturing your goals, stop points, or end destination. However, don't just do it mindlessly. Put your spin on it and make sure it works for you as an individual. The eighth time management tip is to say no often. To be successful, you need to learn how to say no. This doesn't mean that you should become a hermit, but it does mean that you should be picky about the commitments you make. If you're offered an opportunity that isn't aligned with your goals, politely decline. The same goes for tasks you don't have time for or are outside your scope of work. The next time management tip is you're capable of anything you set your mind to, but that does not mean you should try and do everything at once. In the book The 7 Habits of Highly Effective People, author Stephen Covey talks about how we need to focus on the wildly important things in our lives. This means we must be clear about our goals and priorities and invest our time accordingly. For instance, if your goal is to get a promotion at work, you need to focus on the tasks and projects that will help you achieve that. Don't try to do everything at once. Focus on the most important things to you and invest your time accordingly. The 10th tip is to sleep at least 7 to 8 hours. Sleep is a cornerstone of good health, writes Dr. Oz. When you don't get enough sleep, it's hard to concentrate, remember things, and make good decisions. Getting enough sleep is essential for maintaining a healthy lifestyle. It's also crucial for managing your time effectively. When well rested, you can think more clearly and make better decisions. If you want to be productive, ensure you're getting enough sleep. Aim for 7 to 8 hours of sleep each night. The 11th time management tip to reduce hard work with smart work is to bench together similar tasks. To save time, do intelligent things like benching together similar activities. We all know that specific duties require us to use different ways of thinking and categorizing information. It would be wiser to lump related tasks into more significant projects instead of aimlessly changing from one topic to the next. For example, if you need to respond to emails, return phone calls, and write a report, bench those activities together. Respond to your emails at once, Make all your phone calls at once and then work on your report. Also, try to band together similar activities when you have free time, such as reading or doing laundry. The final time management tip is to automate everything that you can. The goal is to get your work done with as little effort as possible, writes Tim Ferriss in the 4-Hour Workweek. The less time you spend on a task, the more energy you have to focus on other things. One way to save time is by automating your tasks. If you do a task regularly, see if there is a way to automate it. For example, set up automatic bill payments if you always forget to pay your bills on time. If you're always sending out the same email, create a template you can use repeatedly. Automating your tasks will save you time in the long run, and it will free up your energy so that you can focus on other things. The bottom line: time is a finite resource, so we must manage our time wisely. You can improve your life significantly by learning some basic time management skills. Don't waste your time on pursuits that don't help you grow as a person. Always keep in mind, replace work hard with smart work. If you found these time management tips helpful, please share this article with your friends and family. Thank you for watching. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you like this video, give us a like and subscribe to the channel. Thank you and goodbye.